Hello and welcome to my first ever Yap Sesh. Kind of. It's kind of a Yap Sesh, but it's art and I'm going to talk about things. Don't know what kind of things, but I need to get artwork done and I want to talk about opinions I have. So, anyways, let me get all set up and decide what I want to talk about, which is just probably the random thoughts in my head. I thought about talking about art, clearly, but I don't want to just restrict myself to talking about either the artwork I'm working on or I don't want like just the strictness, I guess, which some people are like, no, strictly make it this or strictly make it that so that you have like a niche. But my niche is me, okay? Like, this is I'm probably not going to edit too much what's going on. I want to get this all like done and finished. This is tiny. It's a little ACO. I got to work on it because I want to put it out for um, human consumption. What is the word? Bidding. Because that's what I generally tend to use to sell the ACOs that I make. And yeah, can you tell I'm a little nervous? Probably. It's almost the weekend. Weekend vibes mean that's not the color I wanted. Weekend vibes mean movie vibes. And speaking of movies, I kind of wanted to talk about potential reviews of movies, potential reviews of like books and stuff that I've read. Not really music because I have my opinions on music, but I don't know. I feel like I'm very oh, I didn't think this through. Um um hmm, wait. Wait. Okay. Good thing the markers I'm using came with blank paper. Yeah. Okay. Much better. Okay. If I say okay one more time, it'll be the end of me. The video will no longer exist. I will get too self conscious and I will explode. Uh, so last weekend, no, the weekend before that, I went and saw the Supergirl movie. And I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I know that not everybody is going to walk away from it and be like, "Wow, I really, really enjoyed it." I liked it. I probably liked it more than most people, but I think that I had in my head set the bar so low that when I walked out, I was like, "It was better than I thought it would be." Oh. uh, I thought it was like it gave me a weird nostalgia for like summertime movies, I guess. Because it didn't feel like it was a complete failure of a movie, obviously, but I know a lot of people were like, oh, "This is it. This is the end of the Superman or like DC movies," and I'm just like, I don't think it was terrible. I kind of enjoyed it. And if I was put in a situation where I had to decide whether I was going to watch Supergirl or Captain Marvel again, I'd probably watch Supergirl. And I like the lore that they stuck in. Uh, Sometimes lore catches my attention, sometimes it doesn't. This time it caught my attention. I liked it. I liked. I wanted to know more. I wanted to know if it was accurate lore to Supergirl's origin. Um, I loved every scene Lobo was in, but he kind of stole the show. I wish there was more, or the movie. I wish there was more of him. Um, in the entirety of the movie, but at that point I feel like that's me just wanting like a full Lobo movie. That would be cool. Let me not turn the entire thing. So I feel like, yeah, I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. Would I change anything? Towards the end, some of the slow mo scenes, some of the close ups on her face were a little strange, a little, I don't know if jarring is the right word, but I could have done without them. But I don't know. I would have watched it again. I would watch it again. Same with like, because making me choose, I think the options were like the Fantastic Four movie or Superman. I also have to say, I don't really like Superman in general. I know. Sorry, but anything to do with Superman, I wasn't really like big on. I didn't want to go see the Superman movie, and when I was watching like the trailers when it first came out, I was really like annoyed that Crypto was not smooth because that's really the only thing that I knew about not Crypto, but like Superman was there was one cartoon I used to watch and it was like all like the super pets, not the movie. There was a cartoon, and Crypto was great. Bat Dog was great. As far as my childhood memory recollection of it, I liked it, but like Crypto was smooth. So I was like, they made him fluffy, and I don't like it. But I have never felt so sad for a non-existent dog than when I was watching Supergirl. I was like, oh my god, she's not gonna make it in time, and everybody's gonna, it's gonna be just sad. And I know realistically they probably never kill Crypto, but they made it feel sad. They made it feel like it was a sad thing, and what if this actually does happen? I feel like that added to it. That it was more about like grief and processing grief and getting through and overcoming one's grief and loss, and not just here's a Supergirl movie. She's the superhero, which is from my memory of what's it called? What is it called? Captain Marvel. I feel like they were like, this is a superhero movie, and she is the superhero. Enjoy. Background done. We're looking classy. I didn't want to put too much thought, switching topics real quick, going back to art. I didn't really want to put too much thought into what I was necessarily doing. I want to put some thought into it, but not like the broader sense, I guess. What color are Cheetos? They're orange. Bright orange? I have darker orange. Do I want to be fancy and do like highlights? Question mark? Sure. Let's add a little detail. Why not? I also feel like this is me coming out of my comfort zone just a little, cuz like I have in the past made videos using my voice. I've made videos talking. I've never made a full length kind of YouTube video cuz I never just put myself out there like that cuz I was like, nah, no, people don't just make YouTube videos. You're silly. You're crazy. I would never. What would I even talk about? I couldn't talk about stuff for prolonged periods of time. I can listen to people talk about stuff for prolonged periods of time, but I can't be the one talking about stuff. And then I was like, oh, I have to script something. I don't really want to script something because then it's going to feel forced. Unscripted. Going forward, if this kind of like takes off, all of my videos are going to be unscripted. unscripted, unedited, raw footage of me just existing, doing art, talking aimlessly about anything that randomly pops into my head, art related, media related, just kind of like filling that, trying to fill that silence or empty space, I guess. I don't know. Silence is the right word. How many times can I sound awkward on camera? Let's keep count from right this second. One. Uh, little highlights, little like fuzz bits that Cheetos have. You know, they're fuzzy bits. Yeah, that kind of actually does work. That reads as Cheeto-esque, right? The dusties, the cheese. My hand is just all in the video, covering the entire picture of what I'm trying to use as a focal point. I also have never talked to just like the camera by itself usually, because I did start out doing like lives, and that's fun ish, but the problem is that I don't start talking in lives until like people enter the chat and ask me like questions or start talking to me. It's truly hard for me to just like go off on a tangent or like on a conversation level with my camera, my phone. I'm trying to picture it as like talking to somebody. This is a journey together. Like this piece is coming together, so is the overarching of how I would do things. This is a test. I'm testing it. What color is a raccoon? Gray, black, white, both? Oh, I shouldn't have put away the orange. Because the darker orange could be like the bag. Because it's knockoff Cheetos. I'm not going to say that they're brand name Cheetos. And then like the little logo area could be like a light orange or a yellow. I'm trying to remember what a Cheeto bag looks like, even though this isn't that. Okay. On the inside could be the light yellow as like a glow type effect. Yeah. Okay. We're supposed to go see the new Spider-Man movie. Man, I'm hitting all the topics. I'm telling you, it's just going to be random yap sesh. We're supposed to go see the new Spider-Man movie when it comes out, and I have kind of fallen off of most things Marvel. And I was like, man, I don't want to see the new Spider-Man movie. Hype me up. Tell me it's going to be good. Because I really, either that or make me lower my expectations again. One or the other. Okay. Base color of a raccoon is like a gray, I'm pretty sure. Do I want to do the light gray? Could do the dark gray and then fill in the white and the black. Nah, well, yeah, let's start out with the dark gray and then we'll go light gray highlights. I also gotta say, most of the time when I'm doing art, I have like background noise on. Either YouTube videos or I've been watching a lot of Gravity Falls lately. And I have already seen Gravity Falls, so it's like an easy show to just like uh put on in the background while I'm like doing stuff like art stuff or playing switch games because I'll like bounce between the two. I'll do switch games for a little bit. I'll do drawing for a little bit. I got this drawing done yesterday and I was like, perfect. This is the perfect start. Because he's just like a little guy, you know? Everybody loves little guys. In fact, the one ACO I have up right now of the close up um, of the raccoon face is the only one that has gotten a bid with the most recent like ones I've put up on eBay. And I'm not like discouraged by this. I also really like the raccoon face. I'm like, do I just like continue to make raccoon faces? Everybody seems to really like raccoons. And I saw this like there was a an image online that I saw when I looked up. I don't think I just looked up raccoon, but I can't remember what I looked up, and this image popped up of like just like a very realistic raccoon eating Cheetos, and I was just like, whoa, whoa, I love him. He is me. Okay. It's kind of hard not to turn the piece, but I'm trying real hard, and it's not even like it's like the camera's not even, it's from a side point of view anyway, so I'm just like, if I turned it this way, it would help you guys to see the image. And I'm really in love with the paint pens that I bought recently because they have the brush tip. And for so long, I was using ones that didn't have the brush tip and struggling. And I like doing little details. I like having the ability to do little details. And mm, I, I would break out like the pens, not pens, the paintbrushes and paints and stuff. But I share my home with a small four legged creature who would not just leave that kind of stuff alone. He would step in it and it would get everywhere and it would be a mess. And I just, for right now, don't have anywhere to have nice things like that laying around. And I also don't have the ability to like shut a door because if he wants to go in somewhere that he's already been in, you're not closing that door. He will cry and he will cry, especially if you're inside that area. Because it's like, oh, just close the door. Then he can't get in. Yeah. That is true, but he will try. He will stick his little paws under the door and he will try and like pull open the door and scratch at the wood. And it's not my house, so I can't have like cat scratches everywhere. How did I do the other one? I still have the. I want to make him kind of look symmetrical because he's like forward facing. It's not going to be perfect because nothing's perfect, but I would also like the feedback on this video so I can improve my next video and continue to learn and grow. I'm still going to be brave and I'm still going to upload this unedited. It's scary to do so, but we're going to brave it. He looks so silly all gray. He looks kind of Halloweeny when I look at him on the camera. That's crazy. And in person, he doesn't look that spooky. Um, we shall go with the black, I guess, because the little face triangle is the white. So we're gonna go with the black, and I'm gonna try really remember where the black goes and not overdo it. turn it fully away from the camera. That's what we want. Hmm. I've already forgotten where the black goes. Oh, maybe not. Adding the ears made it look better, I guess, somewhat. Oh, okay. Well, what did I say about perfect? It's not going to be perfect. We're going to laugh about our happy little mistakes. We're not going to be stressed about them. Yeah, that's looking more raccoonish. I may fade the dark gray into the black area, make it look more um, cohesive than what it does. Because right now it's looking just a little rough around the edges still. But he's getting there. Most of the body of a raccoon is actually gray, but we're going to add like a little bit of gray highlights in there once I get done with the black. Do raccoons have black at the tip of their tail? Or is it white? Or does it not matter? I don't know if it matters. We're just going to wing it. We're going to feel it out. I'm trying to be less precise with my artwork. I'm trying to just go with the flow, which is a good approach to also all that I'm doing with like the art channel and everything. The art channel. Yap Sesh channel, art channel. I think raccoon's feet are white. But as I said it out loud, I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna experiment. We're gonna give them cute little feet. Do I like it? I kind of like it. Looks mischievous. Looks like a thief. And we'll blend that in just a second until I get to your paw. A foot, and the other foot's hidden behind. That's looking raccoon. I can tell that that's a raccoon. Okay, we're gonna blend the head area to make it look just a little less crazy. Okay, that's looking a little better. I like him again. Done whole flipperoo. Just a little bit on the paws, little bit. So it's not as much of like a harsh transition, except that little like black spike. Can get rid of that. Okay. That can stay because that's supposed to be fluffy. The ears can stay because that's supposed to be fluffy. That's looking good. We're getting there. Let me get the light gray so we can do like little fluffy bits on his body. Is that reading as fluff? Who knows? Sure. We're just going for it, you know? Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. And it fades mostly anyway, so like you can see the little bit, but it's not as in your face. Give him a little bit right here. Mouth. Just lighten a few areas to make it look a little more dimensional. There. I feel like this has taken longer than what I anticipate. We're at 24 5 minutes. 24 5 minutes. Light pink for the nose. We'll do a medium pink and then I can lighten it. How about that? Except I don't think raccoon noses are pink. I'm pretty sure they're black. How would I know? Because I just did the close up on the face. He's gonna have a little pink nose. We lighten the tips. We lighten the nose. No, he's keeping the pink nose. It's cute. It's cute. I like it. And then the little eyes are going to be. I don't really know. Because raccoon eyes are also black. Mostly. I don't really think that there's color to them. What we could do is do like a little bun, a little bun. And then with white, because we gotta add like highlights to everything, we do a little and a little. That way we know where the eye is. And the white of the face. So we get rid of all those pencil lines and sketch lines and just kind of make it look a little more organic. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. Then we're gonna. Yeah. Yeah, he's looking very raccoon. He's reading raccoon, so I think we did good. Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to hope this doesn't ruin. And it just says cheese. Yay. All right. He's done. Look at him. And I did it. I talked basically for the entire 30-minute video. Let me know in the comments whether you want more like this, where it's just a random like yap sesh of my day, or do you want it more focused on the art? as a whole? Do you want it less focused on the art? Do you want specific art? Let me know. Let me know if you enjoyed it. It means a lot. All right. Bye.